For today's project for ABC April, I will be creating a pocket like this, and I will be playing with paper dolls. Hi everyone, my name is Mary Lou and this is Create Junk Journals with Mary Lou. I have something special to share with you guys, and that is this freebie. I wanted something different and fun and decided to create a paper doll that is actually like an old-fashioned paper doll. And I think she is lovely and I want to play with her, and I want to create a pocket where we can put all the bits and pieces, like her dress and her shoes and the label and everything can go into this pocket. So I have already cut her out. So this is what the freebie looks like when you download it. It is available in my Ko-fi shop. The link is in the description. And the file that you will receive is a PDF, but there's also a JPEG to print a little bit easier. And this is a start of something that I think is going to be a little bit special. I have a couple of things planned, and the paper doll is going to be front and center of that. So right here, I have everything that I want to use for today's project. So I have some mending yarn, handy mending yarn it's called. And I think the colors are lovely. They are matching my paper doll, so that is perfect. I have a wax seal that I grabbed, and actually that's not the right one. I grabbed this one, and it is Back to My Love Letters project. So this is letters. And then here are all the pieces for the paper doll. But I want to start by building the pocket. So this pocket is an origami pocket, and it is super easy to build. And it is really neat too, because you can take it completely, like you can use it for writing paper or anything like that. It is just a really fun pocket that you can completely open up. So I have grabbed 2 sheets. I'm just going to zoom you out just a little bit more. I have grabbed 2 sheets of paper that I coffee dyed, and I just want to show you twice how to do it with this. And then I also have some other paper that I have taken out of a magazine, and I think these colors are just lovely, so I think I may want to do it out of here as well, and then I'll make a decision on which ones I want to use in my journal. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to figure out where the center is for the paper. So I do that by just putting the 2 corners together and pinching right there. Then I am folding this the same way as I would for folding an envelope. And I am using my lines here to make sure that I am folding this straight. So I'm folding these 2 up towards each other like that. And you kind of get like a house shape. Just like that. I am grabbing my bone folder to get some really nice, crisp folds. Just like that. And then I'm turning it around like that, and I'm folding this piece up to match, like to go against the 2 lines there. So that's where it folds up to. Just like that. Then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to fold this up to about halfway in there. Like that. And we'll go over it with the bone folder again to get some nice crisp folds. And then I am going to fold this piece back over, just like that. And I'm folding this back just a little bit so that it will not stick out. Just like that. And then I am taking this and tucking it right in there. And now I'm going back over it with my bone folder, and I have a beautiful origami pocket. And you can open it up, and then right here you have a hidden little envelope. Now you can also, like, there's many things you can do, right? You can keep it like the envelope and then tuck that back in there so you can actually glue this shut. I like to keep it open because it gives you extra journal space right there. But I do like to glue this part down to a page. But then I glue it down like a pocket. So I will go around the edges like that. And I will glue these pieces together. And then you have a pocket that you can use. So let me show you that again. So we're going to figure out where the center is. Right there. And then we're just going to put these together like so. And we want it to get right to the center, just like that. There. I'll lay it down like this. Fold this side up. Oh, and this is beautiful coffee dyed paper. It has all kinds of stains and stuff to it. Lovely. There. And then we are folding this or turning it over and going back that way. Now, something I never have, they're never the same size. So I don't know, like I am never that concerned about it. But see, now it's a little bit wider than this one because I don't have to fold that one piece over. It'll just fit right in here. I don't have to fold it. It'll just slide right in. Just like that. That's 2. Now this one, I just want to make it a little straighter so that it's not so, it doesn't show that much of a torn edge. So I'm just laying this down straight. Like that. And I will just tear this. And the reason that I picked this one is because it had Provence on it. That always works for me. So I'm just folding these. Let's figure out where the center is and see if we can get that to work properly. That's one. And then this one goes against it, just like that. 1, 2. Fold this, lay this back this way. Fold the top up to meet the other 2 folds, just like that. Turn it over, like that. Oh, and I really like this one. I like that light blue. It'll look really pretty against all the lavender. And then I'll just tuck this right in here. Just like that. Figure out where the center is. And it doesn't matter if you're putting it upside down, sideways, whichever way you want to use the paper. It just doesn't matter because it's mostly for the color than for the design that is on the paper. And I actually think I like this one the best because the colors are just perfect. There we go. And just go over that with the bone folder to get everything to sit nice and crispy. There we go. Much better. All right, so we have our pocket, right? We have 4 pockets that we can pick from. And this is super easy. If we want to put our stuff in the pockets, you know what to do. You just stick your stuff in the pockets, just like that. It's not very complicated. The doll can go in there, probably right there. So she can sit right there. Her skirt can go there, and the apron can probably go right behind her. And her blouse. There we go. Super simple. So the first thing I want to do is I want to grab my vintage photo, and I am going to ink around her just to give her that extra nice, it'll look a little bit more vintage. She'll look a little bit more finished. And I missed cutting a piece. Right there, I missed cutting her hand properly. So I'm not cutting too close around the fingers because I don't want to cut her fingers off. That would be really terrible. So I'm just inking quickly around it, trying to be as careful as I can. I used some pretty heavy duty cardstock that I had sitting around. So she's very sturdy, like very sturdy. But you can also print her off regular printer paper and then stick her on a what do we call that? On some chipboard. I would cut her out first and then cut around the chipboard. But you don't really need the chipboard. It just needs to be a sturdy doll. There we go. So what you can do is you don't have to ink around the tabs, because the tabs, of course, are to hold everything down to her body. For me, personally, I am going to cut the tabs off, but you don't have to. You can use it exactly like a paper doll, but I like to cut them off, and I am going to actually glue this all on her so that it turns her into still a paper doll, but more controlled, I guess. So put a little bit of glue on her head, like that. And I'm just taking the hat and putting it exactly where I want it on her head, just like that. I want it just like that. Then I'm going to take the shoes and I am going to glue the shoes to her feet. So I'm going to put glue on her feet, and I'm going to put the shoes on there. Then I'm going to take her top, and I'm leaving the tabs on it for now because I want to show you that it works. So I've inked around it, and then I just put the top on there, and I can fold the tabs back, and there we go. We have the blouse sitting. So what I am going to do though is I'm going to cut out the neckline so that it is not showing the back of the neckline, because that doesn't always show, but I wanted it to be in the blouse, just in case, you know, like you can also put it on down as a decoration on a page. So I am taking the tabs. I want to attach that to my lady. I think she needs a name. We'll have to think about a good name for her, because, you know, everybody needs a name, and that includes our paper dolls. And it's got to be a French name that matches the feel of the Provence, and that matches the feel of the lavender fields. And I'm just not sure yet. Just making sure that it is going to stay very well attached, because it is pretty heavy duty cardstock. Just want it to sit perfect on her shoulders. There. And then we're going to put the skirt on her. So I am again taking the little tabs off, and you can do that too, of course. Whatever you want to do. There. And then I think the skirt is going to sit just right there, just under the blouse. And then it needs to be inked. So like I said, this is going to be a super quick, easy project. There's not a lot of think work that needs to be done. It's just a design project that will be fun and easy. Okay, then the skirt can go right there. The bag of lavender can go right by her feet, and then we still have the apron to go on her as well. So the apron would fit right over top. And so for the apron, I am going to cut off the little, I'm going to cut off the strings. I don't need them, so I'm just taking them off. And then it will sit very nicely. Right there. I need to cut just a little bit more. Like, you have to measure and see how this is all going to fit, because of course, like the pieces, I had an apron, I had a blouse, I had a skirt, but to get it to fit properly, you will have to work it just a little bit. Okay. And I think the apron is just that last little bit of extra touch with the lavender on it. And in the bag, there we go. So the whole paper doll can fit right inside the pocket, just like that. Just like that. And then we can take the bag and put it right there. So I made a wax seal with a cluster in it, and I used some darning yarn, it's called mending yarn, and some embroidery floss, and made a beautiful cluster that will fit beautiful on here. And if you can tell, I put it's a little letter with 2 lovebirds to go back to my love letters project. So I'm just going to take my white pen and I'm just going to color up the birds because they need to stand out just a little bit better. So I'm just going over them just a little bit, just like that. And I also have I've got stuff flying off. I also have a bronze pen that will also work on here. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a bronze edge, or copper edge, whatever you want to call it. There we go. Super cute. And then I'm just going to glue that right here to the pocket. So I'm just going to use my 3-in-1 glue. Like that. Stick this on here. It should stay pretty good. There. And then we have the lavender bag. It can go right there in the bottom pocket, and I just glued the whole thing together. And then she can go right there, or she can go in the bigger pocket right here, just like that. And then she will fit beautifully on a journal page. There we go. So we created some pockets and our paper doll. So I'll show you the whole file again. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. And I hope you have fun with it. Go get it. It is in my coffee shop. And I want you to play with it, have fun, and show me what you make. Let's do something with paper dolls for a little while. It is a way to play. Thank you so much for watching, and I want to also thank you for all your support in the last definitely 4 months while I was doing the 100-day project. It was challenging, it was fun, and I definitely couldn't have done it without any of you. So thank you very much. And that is what this freebie is also for. This is all about some love and some appreciation. So thank you very much. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you again on Monday. Bye.